Hi, I'm Sara Oblak Speicher. I am a strategic advisor, narrative architect, mentor, and ghostwriter. And over the past couple of years, especially those people who already carry responsibility, ambition, and whose life already operates at full capacity, have come to me for support. Transitions is something that has been kind of like a common theme of these clients. So today I want to talk to you about those different stages of transition because they never unfold in a straight line as much as we would like them to. First, we're going to start with strategy. This is where high performers usually begin, and this is where most of my clients came to me. Strategy is something that people resort to when they're looking for clarity and structure. For example, how to reclaim hours in a packed week, how to recalibrate home and business so that both can thrive, how to transfer decades of experience into a new field, how to relocate a family or company without losing momentum. We've done them all, and making those plans that make sense and are not just chaos disguised as a change is what we aim for. Second thing is what I call a self layer of self, anything that has to do with oneself. Because the thing is that strategy only works when your inner world can actually hold that next season that you're stepping into. Most people know what to do, and the challenge then becomes in creating the internal space that allows you to actually live it. And this is where capacity is built. We're talking about identity, we're talking about energy, we're talking about nervous system, we talk about emotional range. It comes down to your ability to carry more without burning out or shrinking back. Without this self layer, even the smartest plan and the most amazing strategy becomes too heavy to move. And I've seen it time and time again. And one of the things that is an indicator that the two are out of sync is when people would come to me and say, I'm doing everything by the book. I am ticking off all the boxes. I am doing everything that's expected of me. I'm doing all the right things and nothing happens. Then the last part I want to touch upon is story. Story is what I consider as articulation. And most of the time, it's really underestimated layer of a transition or a phase of a transition. The thing is that life shifts, and with it does our identity as well. And when identity shifts, the story must shift with it. I want to make sure when we're talking about story that you understand that we're not talking about marketing. We're not talking about branding. We're not talking about content creation. This is deeper, and it's narrative architecture, narrative structure, because we want to connect who somebody is becoming with who they have been, and also how they move through the world as that. So it is pretty complex. And sometimes, yes, we do it through positioning and communication, and sometimes we do it through memoir level work. And what I love about legacy memoirs is they become like a medicine, because the process of creating a memoir is also like a retrospective, and there's a lot of healing that can happen through it. It's a monument to all the things that one has been and one has built. It's a tool, an asset on which whatever next chapter is unfolding can be built on. And above all, it can be a compass. And I love that versatility about this legacy work. And now this is another thing that I want to mention, because we cannot ignore it. And it has to do with AI and how the world that's evolving around AI at the moment has shaped this kind of work that me and so many other experts are doing. The thing is, clients, peers, partners, whoever, yes, people can increasingly turn to AI for writing, for planning, decision making, and so on and so forth. There's no denying that. What I know is that what they are really craving, especially in major life or leadership transitions, is something that AI cannot give them. And this is a space where their complexity is actually understood. It's a space, a sounding board that can read nuance across disciplines and experiences. It's guidance shaped by values, ethics, and lived judgment. It is capacity for that high-stake judgment and discernment. It's support from somebody who can feel the stakes and not just compute them. And a narrative that honors their individuality instead of blending and distilling them into a template. I also want to add that words carry energy. They don't just display information. And that's another aspect that AI just cannot it cannot do justice, let's put it that way. So with that being said, I do know that people who operate at high level are not interested in finding a replacement for themselves, especially in these stages through transition, but instead they seek partner who can catch what they cannot see, who asks what they cannot ask, and who helps them build a future that doesn't flatten who they are. So in that regard, AI is a very, very, very powerful tool. I personally use it also. But the human is the one who knows how to use it without losing the essence of the person in front of them, and is the one who makes the difference. And for those stepping into a new chapter, that difference matters more than ever. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have questions, you know where to find me. And if you are going through or anticipate going through a transition of your own and you want to have a human-centric support, again, reach out and we'll find a way that works for you, that supports you, that is designed around you. Take care until then.